Hi there, I'm Sam Sorbo, and I just want to address one of the questions that I just got via email. I'll read it here. I'm trying to help my daughter find homeschool curriculum for her 2-year-old. She's looking for a Christian-based curriculum that will challenge her child, who is like a little sponge right now. She likes Sam Sorbo's approach, but doesn't know where to find the curriculum. Can you point me in a direction? And so my first answer to this woman is, I think it's great that mommy wants the little girl to learn, like really is so gung-ho and is looking for what she can teach the little girl. And the answer is, you are the curriculum. Your little girl wants to be a grown-up. She wants to be just like you. So you are the curriculum. Now, that said, there are plenty of really great books online. And what I usually do is point people to, I have a couple of different book lists at my website, samsorbo.com, that contain books that are what I call living books. There's a library around where I am that's called the Living Learning Library. These books have beautiful art. They tell beautiful stories. And that's what you want to give your child to get her more interested in learning. What I caution against is don't do homework. Don't get books that are trying to teach her, like by asking questions and filling in the blanks and that kind of a thing, because that makes learning onerous and boring. And that's the last thing that you want to do. So you can do a word of the day, for instance, which, by the way, there are plenty of sites online that will generate a word of the day. So teach your child big words. I remember when I taught my 3-year-old reconstitute, and I showed him what it meant to reconstitute a raisin when you put it in water, and then it absorbs the water and it reconstitutes, not entirely into a grape, but almost. So things like that, rather than trying to recreate school for a 2-year-old. Little children shouldn't be forced to sit and do fine. By the way, two-year-olds don't have very well-developed fine motor skills, so trying to get her to write is going to be challenging, and it may be so challenging as to frustrate her and make her think, oh, I never want to deal with a pencil or a crayon again. You see what I'm saying? So those are the directions that I have for this obviously very precocious 2-year-old. And she's a little sponge. Encourage her to ask questions and then go seek out the answers with her, especially if you don't know them. And even if you do, maybe going and looking up an answer with your child is maybe a better way, because you are then showing them how to teach themselves than just answering them. The Bible says, give a man a fish and he'll fish for a day, but teach a man to fish and he will feed himself for a lifetime. It's the same kind of thought process with education. We don't give our children the answers, we show them where to find answers. And then they will always be able to feed their hunger for learning. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Remember, speak truth and speak it boldly.